गुरुवे 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 गुरुवे
Namaste, Hari Om, and welcome to Chinmayadhara. This is the home of Bhagavan Radha Krishna. Chinmayadhara is a place where the highest knowledge flows out and creates for us what we're seeking, which is peace. In Ramayana, what is shared is Bhagavan Rama's aura brought all of the beings in the forest to him, to see him, to be around him. In Bhagavatam, what is shared is Bhagavan Krishna's flute was heard by all the gopis, all the gopas, and they would want to see him, want to be around him. Today, all of us are gathered, either because you've already felt Guruji's aura, or you've heard of Guruji's music through a CD or through a video, and that's why we're here from all across North America, all across the world. And everyone here, we're experiencing an excitement that we haven't experienced perhaps ever. Am I right in saying that? And so how do we express our excitement that Guruji is here? On the count of three, a nice loud Hari Om. 1, 2, 3.
Hari Om!
Guruji Swami Tejomayananda, also known as Guruji, was born and raised in Bharat. And he has been studying Advaita Vedanta under Puja Swami Tejomayananda, or Gurudev, from 1970 to 1993, and formally between 72 and 75. And during this time, I believe Guruji learned that his nature is Bhara. Bha means light, and Rata means to be reveling in, to be filled with. And that's why wherever Guruji goes, and even if he doesn't go there, he illumines the lives of millions and has been doing this for decades. Truly, Bhara. We have all read a definition of a guru, someone who removes darkness. Guruji is someone who's showed me not just the technical definition, but the implied definition of guru. And I wanted to share two personal incidents of my life that Guruji was involved with. Many of us would know about his publications and where he travels to. That's all website information, but I want to share with you top secret information. So near the end of our course, it was, I think, May or June of 2007, and Guruji was testing the students on speaking in their regional language. And I casually mentioned to Guruji that, Guruji, I can try speaking in Hindi if Guruji wants. And he said, Dekenge. Let's see. And so the next morning, a series of speakers came in their regional languages, and then Guruji said, and our last speaker will be Vivek. And I looked around to see if there was another Vivek in this course. And I sat in Saraswati Nilayam and I started speaking in Hindi. But all I was doing was translating English words into Hindi and speaking. I've never studied Hindi grammar or anything of that matter. And Guruji didn't get mad. He didn't say, come off the stage. He simply laughed. And what I'm trying to convey is that Guruji is someone who listens and loves. Now, taking this from a different perspective, there's been many, many, many times where I've gotten into trouble because of ego. And every time that I've sat with Guruji one-on-one, he's shared that it happens. Just don't do it again. And that again is the listening and the loving. It's not just about the jnana, but it's also the vijnana, the knowledge and the wisdom. And I'm sure every person in this room has a whole series of such experiences involving Guruji bringing this light into our lives. It's quite natural for him. Puja Swami Vivekananda shared, the Guru is the bright mask which God wears in order to come to us. And if we think of Tejomayananda, truly Guruji's mask is a different dimension and caliber of brilliance. As we think of this quote, as we feel how we're feeling right now, all we can share is that God is great. We're about to begin, and I'll ask everyone who's under 13 years old to please shift downstairs. And there's a whole series of games for you to play and books for you to read. And everyone who's 13 and above, please shift up and shut down your cell phones. So shift up and shut down. I don't know if you know, but at Chinmaya Dhara we have special mics that if someone's cell phone goes off, the mic sends off a strange message. So we have to be very respectful not to send off that strange message. And with this, we humbly request Guruji to share some thoughts on right thinking, joyful. Hari Om.
Very hearty welcome to you all to the satsang. We'll begin in the name of the Lord. You follow me. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Krishna Govinda Hare Invoking God's grace and Puja's blessings, I once again welcome you all, and we begin thinking of thinking. someone had given me a book. Its title was Thinking about Thinking. And there was one quotation which particularly I liked very much. It said, a moment's thought would have shown him, but a moment is a long time, and thinking is a difficult process. In our life, we commit many mistakes. We are good at it. There was a person, his friend asked him one day, how do you manage to commit so many mistakes in one day? His answer was most amusing. He said, I get up early. So, I get more time. If we commit that mistake, if later on if we think about it, we can really understand that if I had just waited for a little more time and thought over it, maybe the situation would have been different. But that's why at the spur of the moment, we just say something and then regret for a lifetime. Or we do something. That's why I say a moment's thought would have shown you. If that moment, if I just kept cool and thought, it would have shown him folly or the blunder that person has to commit. But that moment is very, very difficult to win and wait for that. That's why I say a moment's thought would have shown him, but a moment is a long time and thinking is anyway difficult. And right thinking is of course very difficult, more difficult. We as human beings are gifted with our physical body, which animals also have. We are gifted with our sense organs, eyes, ears, nose and all that. They also have. And organs of action, speech, hands, legs, they also have that. But animals' thinking is very limited to their survival instincts and what is immediately good for them and all that. Bhagavan Shankaracharya in his commentary has a very interesting example that if a cow or any animal sees a person with a raised hand, with a stick in hand, with red eyes, angry face, the animal also understands that this person is angry and wants to run away from there. But other person, a tender green grass in hand, calling come here, an animal also understands that this person loves me, wants to feed me, and he goes there. But from this example, he has drawn that one conclusion that is a different thing, but here what I want to say, in animal also this some thinking is going on. And while that, with the senses, see something. And instinctive there's some thinking, understanding that this such and such thing is going to harm me. I should keep off. And this thing is going to help me, nourish me, this person loves me. Even this is right thinking or not. So right thinking, first element is, I should know what is harmful to me. and what is beneficial to me. Even animals also understand this much, to some extent. So thinking is a special gift that is given to man. You may call it gift of nature, gift of God. Some people are allergic to word God. It doesn't matter. But they have it, this is a fact, thinking ability. Now whether we use that ability or not, that's a different matter. Or how much we use. So all of us are very special faculty. Something much more also we can think. Not only limited to only survival or what is harmful or useful, beneficial, but much more also. But even basic things also we are not using properly. I read somewhere that the potential that we have of thinking, about 100% potential, and commonly people use 6 to 7%, right? Really? And those whom we consider very genius, they may use more than 15 or 20%, or 25. That's all whom we consider genius. So there was a question. Why is it that man does not use his faculty of thinking or potentials? And the answer was very amusing, very interesting. Maybe you have read that already, or heard, or whatever. The answer was because we can live without air, without breathing, for few seconds. And without water, few hours. Without food, for few months. Without thinking, forever. Without thinking, we can do forever. So we feel for living, thinking is not necessary. Just eat this, that, and this. The moment serious thought begins, the future. Why trouble the brain? I'm really about thinking, and that also will disappear. So, during my travel, I had gone to one place, and then one person asked me how to have fun in life. So I said, be serious. And actually, that is the topic of ours, right thinking and joyful living. So when I say be serious, not with make serious face or anything, but in your thinking you have to be serious. Take this topic serious, not very serious, not lightly. Those people who refuse to think deeply and very, very superficial way they live, like eat, drink, be merry, that kind of thinking. So they are very shallow thinking. Because there will be time you will not have anything to eat, nothing to drink, nothing to enjoy. What are you going to do? So Or just the opposite side of the life is not that very serious. It's very nice to say eat, drink and all that, but you will not get anything to it. Now you are sitting happily here because you are 100% sure you will get food after this. Yeah. Otherwise, nothing happens. So that's very superficial way of thinking, very shallow. To be serious means more mature or thinking. At one place I was with Gurudev, a person came to him and said, Swamiji, attitude shows altitude. Very famous, determines altitude in life. Altitude shows altitude, with how high a person can go on. And immediately Swamiji says, Gurudev said, attitude shows man's depth. What in his life, what attitude he has, only shows how deep that person is in his thinking, how serious that person is, how mature that person is. That's what is seen, that's what is shown. So what is number one? That we all are human beings and we all are gifted with this very special and rare and most precious faculty of thinking. Thinking. You call it manaha, you call it buddhi, this faculty, intellect, mind, whatever you call it, is most precious thing we have got. Now the thing is, we may have something very special, but if we do not know how to use that, then we are not benefited by that. The other day, I was traveling, a person was with me, and he said, Swamiji, I have a watch. Very good. Now then the watch was just meant for showing a time and all that. They were very special. So many things he said, by this watch I can measure my blood pressure. Very good. I can make even a phone call from that watch. I shall make phone call now. I don't know how to do it. Now you have wonderful what you call that equipment you call, gadget you may call, whatever you call. And it has got all these features. For what do we use? Now so many people have got all this kind of laptop and iPads and computers and iPhones, and it has so many things you can do. Yes, you can. But how many people really do anything and how they know? I just think all these gadgets, every day new things are coming up. This is the creation of human intellect only, of thinking, research, isn't it? So it has come only from thinking. So whatever you see in this world is actually expression of thought. All the scientists are there, artists are there, and philosophers, musicians, and all economists, everyone, all thoughts. So we have this very wonderful faculty of thinking, and we are making use of that only just for survival, actually. And to gain little more comforts and make our life little more comfortable. That's all. How much you are using it? Like those simple other gadgets we have, what do we use for? So to say that that's all that is there. It cannot be. So you see here, the whole world, what you call so much of development, you talk about science and technology and different fields, all that. This is all the glory of human intellect and of thinking. That is very wonderful. That all this we can do in art, science, sports, any field, whatever glory we can achieve. But then a question arises, has it made our life peaceful and happy? Huh? So that type of thought, after what the purpose? We can use, alright, I have got wonderful equipment, from I can do this, I can do that, I have got, but for what purpose? Generally we miss out on one point, particularly. We go on doing many things, but we never ask why are we doing what we are doing. Thinking should raise this question. Whatever we are doing, it may be act of only eating. Why I am eating? What do you mean by why I am eating? I love it. And I love this food. I have craving for this. Alright, then for what? But you don't have to become sick also. Somebody may say to keep my body healthy, nourished. But why do you want your body to be healthy? Because you go ask the question. See, a thinking process is why I am doing this? Because I want to live. Why do you want to live? Yeah, that's right. I will die. But why? Because that was the question. Why do you want to die? See, our thinking has to be like this. So, what we are doing, why are we doing? Of course, we can do many things. But if our thinking process and our so far now development itself is becoming a cause of fear to everyone, we are afraid of even scientific research more. Huh? Because after all these wonderful inventions, they will go into hands of who? You know, we have got guided missiles in the hands of misguided minds. And there is so much of fear if all these weapons come in the hands of some crazy person. All our progress and all our civilization, whatever you call it, everything can be wiped out in no time. Is this should be the result of thinking? Right? So our thinking process, we are human beings, we are gifted with many faculties, but this is a very special rare. We are making, majority of people are making use of this only for survival or to make their life little more comfortable. Those who are more ambitious and all that, so they use that for in the economics, politics, science and arts and all that to create something very creative for the creativity and to gain more and more power. So these are very, very common things. But what is the result? Final result. You know, people do businesses. got then balance sheets. And what do they see? That's called bottom line. Isn't it? Bottom line. Bottom line is how much you made. And nowadays all this how much will week to week it goes. Because the targets are also weekly. Huh? Weekly, monthly and all that. What that. It goes on. But I know I read a very beautiful book and all that. It says the bottom line is one thing, but the top line is more important. What is the top line? The top line is whether this bottom line has brought any peace and happiness in your life or not. I have stayed with a very rich man, 3-story house, and he told me that I have made lot of money, but I don't know what is happiness. Then what? So, with thinking, we are doing all these things. This is wonderful. The achievement of human intellect. But where it is leading? Do you know what the problem of our scientific progress and development? That it is giving us a very fast moving car, vehicle, very fast moving. The only thing is it has no brake and no steering wheel. Now everybody wants very fast, isn't it? Everything? Particular network. In the computer, what is it? 2G, what is 2G? Now 3G, 4G. Faster. Everything not fast, including food, fast food. Everything fast. Well, where are you going? Because the steering wheel is the only one which will give direction. But we don't know in which direction they are going. See, thinking is involved not only what we can create, but also the direction of it. That's called right thinking. That where you are going, that direction. And if you are going the wrong direction, you should be able to stop also. And if you cannot apply brake, I think when you go for driving test, the first thing they ask to only show that your brake is good. But if you cannot brake and you cannot give direction, this vehicle, where it will go, we never know. That's what actually is happening. So thinking, our faculty has produced wonderful results and achievements. But then we are going, and do you know, there is a problem with the movement. Movement always gives us a false idea of progress. Just because we are moving, so we think we are progressing. Movement itself may not be progress. There was a man sitting in his boat whole night and he was rowing the boat. And there was continuous movement. And he felt he was moving. Morning he saw he was there only. Because he never untied. Boat was tied to that breakfast meeting. But he was moving. What moving? You are there only. So, this also gives us progress, development. What is development? What is the criteria of development? King means not only all that what you call survivor or comforts or more power of creating this thing, but you are thinking about the involved. Where are we going? Why are we going? What is the final product of it? And then we are lost. We don't know where we are. One man was driving with his wife. I just went on and on and on. The wife said, and I think we are not going in the right direction. We inquire on something. I figured it out. Make ego default. I know. I figured it out. She said, but I am getting disfigured, so tired and all that and all that. Going on and on. Finally, he realized he was really lost. And he reached a point, 4 roads, crossroads that one. So a man was sitting under a tree there, so he went to him and asked, where does this straight road goes? And man said, I don't know. Where does the right road goes? I have no idea. Left road, I never went that side. Oh, this man really got angry with me. There was nothing to get angry with him because he was lost actually. He said, you seem like you are a fool. He said, maybe, but I am not lost. Was very intelligent. You are driving, moving. I am sitting under a tree and I am happy here. I am not lost. What is the use saying? Just think. Where I am. The whole thing, right? I got this, I got that, but I got lost. One man was talking to his friend, he said, you know, yesterday I was thinking and I got lost in my thoughts. So his friend said, yes, that is unfamiliar territory for me. So you got lost in your thoughts. So if you have to think, yes, with intellect we can do all these. But why are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we reaching? So very, very important. Where? And you feel so confused. And so confused that every time we need some consultant. Every running business, management consultant, marriage consultant, business. One man went to a guru and said, a guru. That man got angry. Don't call me guru, it's very old word, you know. Call me wisdom consultant. Consultant, how many things are going to consult? But only by consulting so many experts and all that, can you run the life like that? But that's why we have reached, because we are confused. Brilliant and what not. That is very sad. The suicide rate is increasing so much of children, men, women, young boys, girls, educated, learned, and those who are, having high degrees and achieved a lot of money, what was the problem? So there is something wrong, and that we do not know how to use what we have or what we are gifted with, and our gift, it is either unused. I know there is a saying, use it or lose it. So that if either we don't use what we have or misuse or abuse, overuse. So many things let us go on doing things, only the thing is the right use is not there. So this will take us to this our point. After then, what is this kind of right thinking? For some people, thinking itself is becoming a liability issue. They feel it's better to be an animal because there are no choices and all that. Tiger, lion doesn't have to think whether he should be vegetarian or non-vegetarian. All these problems are not there. Here, every time I have to go on thinking, I'm tired right now. And many options. This problem with intellect, options are made, choices are made. I tell you simple thing. You say, you make a cup of tea. Which tea? Black tea, milk or powder, sugar or without sugar, masala tea or not. One man went to a restaurant, a big hotel on that side. The waiter asked him, where would you like to eat? Inside or outside? Take here. He said, outside. Facing the garden or facing the sea. Night time, you can't see anything. Facing the garden. Straightway you will eat or some starter and all that. Starter will be hot or cold. So many choices. So the way the questions are going on and on and on, that man got really angry. And you told us, better, I want to eat you. Only questions are going on, this or that, anything you say. That man said, okay, here or outside. You want to be prefer or I will? I want to eat. Okay. But that man was very clever and he moved away, so he missed completely. That was my turn, gave him, that man fell down. After 2 seconds, you waiter was still standing there. What do you want? Give me water. This is continuous care. This or that. After all, without eating, he went out. That's all. These questions were asked. So thinking is wonderful, but it should not become a problem for us. It should not become a liability. It should become a great asset. And so we should you should learn to use the right way, right thinking. Oh, now we are coming to our point. You went on telling us so. Now, the $1,000,000 question is, what is right thinking? Because even about that also there are different opinions. What one person considers as right thinking, in my opinion, this is right thinking. And the other person says, what a foolish idea. Again start. Now right thinking also. What is right thinking? The fundamental things I told from the animals example also. What is harmful to me must be something wrong. And what is beneficial to me is right. Very, very fundamental. But that problem doesn't end there only. Because again, my thinking has come to me what is beneficial to me and what will make me happy. I am doing that, and if I make someone else unhappy, then so it cannot be only just like that. Therefore, what is right thinking? Now we come to very serious inquiry. In one of the Upanishads, which is known as Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a very beautiful description of intellect. The topic goes on in a very wonderful way, and its purpose and all that is very, very sublime and all that. But for our purpose, we will see only this much: how the intellect is described. Anatomically. Anatomically, the anatomy of intellect is given. Not in flesh and blood and all that, but very beautiful description. And those who have studied this Taittiriya Upanishad, they may recollect when I chant the mantra. It says, Tasyaiva Shraddhaiva Shiraha, Tasya Shraddhaiva Shiraha. Shraddha, faith, is the head of the intellect. Head. Rutam Dakshina Pakshaha, Satyam Uttara Pakshaha. Paksha means wing also, but here we can say hand. Rutam is the right hand of the intellect, and Satyam is the left hand of the intellect. Tasya Shraddhaiva Shiraha, Rutam Dakshina Pakshaha, Satyam Uttara Pakshaha. Yoga Atma, and Yoga is Atma. Now here you will try to understand what is Yoga, and here Atma means the middle body, because the head, here, hands are there, and this middle body from the shoulder up to the waist and all that, this body, so the Yoga is its body. Now, sometimes these analogy is with a bird, so therefore they say Mahapucham Pratishtha, Pucham the tail that is said, but here you can say feet. Maha means total intellect. Total intellect makes the feet of the intellect. Now things are said, Upanishad. We are not thinking about right thinking. Shraddhaiva Shiraha, Vritam Dakshina Pakshaha, Satyamuttara Pakshaha, Yoga Atma, Mahapucham Pratishtha, Padatpesha Shloko Bhavati. Now, for us this much is enough. So the intellect is constituted of Shraddha, Vritam, Satyam, Yoga and Maha. Oh, now we have to think about all this. We are here for serious thinking, okay? If we really want to have joyful living and joy and peace and happiness in our life, then we should not be afraid of thinking, because that only is going to release us. This right thinking alone is going to release us from all our stress and strain and anxiety, fear, worry, all these things. Bondage, in short, one word that's called bondage. There are so many bondages we have created for ourselves. So now let us one by one. See, generally, our thinking goes on what? First is the perception, sense organs. We perceive, right? And we have gathered many experiences, and the memory of all of them that is there, and based on memory, only we think and then we act. For example, in the childhood we don't know what is fire. So let us say if we see something shine, burn, that's memory there. So next time when I see that fire, like it. Simplest example. So now our intellect is functioning on what? Is our day-to-day life, on perception, our memory, and all that what you see. But when you go seriously think, it is very clear and right that as you think, so you become. What we become in our life, that is what we think. But you know, other things are more still deeper. Our thinking again is rooted in our faith. Many times people think rationalism, rational reason and faith, they are opposed to each other. If not opposed, they are actually different from each other. And here it is said, faith is the very head of intellect. That means your thinking actually depends upon your faith, your belief system, your value system, your vision of life. What will you think? Even if you look at full moon, and you know, all different people are looking at that moon. Not a beautiful moon, today full moon. I think this is Purnima. Nice. They actually matter. Then the poet looks at. He has got some thought. A philosopher. Some lover is there. Love is someone. This Chandra is reminding me of Chandramukhi. Now he is thinking of that. Person like me will think very good puri or papad. Petu, glutton. A person who is fond of eating, he will remember some eatable things. Very common experience. What will you think? That's why so many isms are there. Socialism is there, communism is there, capitalism is there, fascism there, spiritualism is there. So many isms are there. But one man said they may talk about so many isms, but actually there is only one ism, that's called moreism. I want more, I want more, I want more, I want more. So he is a morist. What will you think? A person is an atheist, a nihilist, agnostic. So, isn't it our thinking is rooted in our faith? Even those people who are believe in their rational, I am a rational person, I don't believe anything, that also is a belief. Because you believe only in your senses. And you think it is true. So, what we find, our thinking is based in Shraddha. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, in 17th chapter, is called Shraddha Traya Vibhagam. There is Sattvic Shraddha, Tamasic Shraddha, Rajasic Shraddha. Very different kinds of Shraddha that are faith there. So one faith, Sattvic, where the person is always inspired by greater thing, noble thing, in which lies the well-being of all and welfare of all. That kind of his faith is there. Vision, faith is a vision also, value system, everything is included in that one word faith. So what is your faith? Then you think accordingly. So now you have to see very clearly as to what kind of vision you have in your life. Very if it is materialistic or very worldly and very on this type of that vision is there and that alone is a value system, your thinking will be very like that. Nothing great will come out. So the quality of your faith, quality of your vision, quality of your value system will determine your quality of thinking. Further we go, when you say Rutam, Dakshina Paksha, Satyam Uttara Paksha. Many times Rutam and Satyam both are translated as truth. But there is a distinction. Truth means through proper examination, research, understanding of the scriptures or whatever that we learn from right from the beginning. So the truth of life, truth of everything that is ascertained by your intellect. Already said Shraddha is the faith. That hey, based on that noble Shraddha, intellectually what you have come to understand, what is the right thing to do, that is called Rutam. And then it is not only just understood at the intellect level, but it comes into a life that is called Satyam. That reminds me of our mantra, you know, Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu, very famous. And there in one word is Tejasvina Vadetamastu. May our learning become bright. That is prayer. Now, what is the meaning of our learning become bright? One meaning is that what I have understood through my intellect, with my intellect, that should ever remain with me fresh, bright. Whenever I need that knowledge, it should be available with me. Many times, you ask any question to anybody, do you know the address of that man, or phone number of that man, or a simple matter? Yeah, I have. Tell me. My phone. Where's my phone? That one, that is in the book. The book is in the library. Library is locked. The key is with the librarian. And he has gone to Bangalore. He has gone to Bangalore. And then we have phoned the Bangalore. Here, are you from Bangalore? So he has gone. Where? London. Not Ontario, but he has gone to London, UK. For what? To study the condition of libraries in India. Where your knowledge was that knowledge which is not available with me when I need it, then it is not right knowledge. And another meaning is, I have that knowledge, but that doesn't transform me. There is no inner transformation. There is no change in me. There is no improvement in me. Then, can it be called? Cigarette smoking is injurious to health. And I go on smoking. And I tell others also. Injurious to health. So it is not right knowledge, but smoky knowledge. And most of the time, people are facing this problem. They say, intellectually, I understand. You can understand intellectually only. How can you understand tobacco as a rash? Intellectually only thing that by which you can understand. Intellectually, I understand. Is there bodily understanding or intellectual? But you know, yes, you know. When it comes to the real life situation, I understand I should not get angry because that anger doesn't solve any problem. It creates only more problem. You know, what is the moment? So this intellectual living, rational living, do you know what is the rational living? Nowadays people they go on condemning everything, criticizing everything and philosophizing everything and that is not called intellectual living. If a person is really intellectual and if he is a rational person, then the question is, where is the intellect rooted? Can you shut that off? I met one professor, he said, philosophy professor, he said, I teach many things, the religions, very different religions I teach there, philosophy. But I have no faith in any one of them except paycheck. A very interesting thing is, there are atheists, don't believe in God, isn't it? They don't believe in God. But they believe in American dollars, in which it is written in God we trust. But I don't know how they accept that. Question is, you are intellectual, very good, you are a rational person, also very good. But what is your faith? What is your belief? What is your vision? This is wrong, that is bad, that is this, that is good. Everything, only you have alone wonderful thinking. There is nothing wonderful. Then, what is your intellectual conviction? And that conviction, is it coming in your life? Manifesting, expressing? That's why they say dry intellectuals and dry philosophers, they are not talking only about that. Because life is totally different. This kind of split personality, what kind of that? So, Rutam and Satyam, both of them rooted in Shraddha. And Yoga Atma, you see, Yoga, here word Yoga is not used in the meaning of what you call asana, pranayama, no. That's not the meaning here. Yoga means absorption of your mind in that knowledge. That is called yoga. Otherwise also yoga definition, if you see, chitta vritti, virodha, well, that mind is not restless. Because otherwise so many people read so many things. Mind is so restless, they can't understand anything and all that. Mind is not absorbed in that. It's not quieted in it. That ability to absorb that mind, quieten that mind is that knowledge. And that's why you find the great saints and sages, such quietude, peaceful face and everything that will be there. Look at their face. Because the mind is absorbing it. And now comes the crux of the whole thing. Even if somebody says, I don't understand faith or this or that, but it's a mahapuchha pratishtha. Your mind, your intellect, the very foundation of your individual intellect is a total intellect. What is the meaning of it? The practical sense. Practical implication of this is that when you think, again go back to that animal example first, that this is harmful to me, this is beneficial to me, that to understand that. But the idea of me is only confined only to one's physical body. Then it will be limited only. Because then I will think only of myself, but not think whether what I am doing is going to benefit someone or harm someone, and I don't care. It is said, total intellect is the foundation. That means your individuality is rooted in totality. So when you think, or you feel, or you speak, or you act, and you have to see whether it is only benefiting me alone, or I think of the others also. Do you know when India got freedom, and Mahatma Gandhi had said to lawmakers and all that when you make a law, you keep the poorest man of the country in mind and think whether that person will be benefited. But you know, generally laws are made, I don't have to tell how they are made or not. Either self-serving or only one, their own group, and only benefiting that. What is right thinking? Right or the wrong thinking? My thinking is originating from my identification with only I and me and myself, and that much only, and from that only if I am thinking, even if it is not wrong thinking, let us say, but it will be only partial thinking, fractured kind of thinking. It is not all-inclusive thinking. If it is, I identify myself with only my body, or my religion, or only my community, only my nation, and only my, from that only I think. Then where I think you will take? Now in a nation, there are political parties are there. In election time, they talk of the welfare of the nation. Correct? But it comes back to only the what is the future and all that of the party. In that party also some person is very ambitious and he wants to, and when he is not there, he comes out of the party, start his own party. That's why in India there are plenty of parties. That Nepal is such a small country that you know how many political parties and sometimes as many people, so many parties. Because the attention has gone away from the nation, the party, from the party to that only individual. Then what will happen? Now you don't go too far. Only your family. 4 or 5 members are there on it. The one who is the head of the family. Now who is the head of the family? That also sometimes a question. Because one man knocked at the door of a house. The man opened the door. He asked, I want to meet the head of the family. That man said, you have to wait. Because that's what the discussion is going on now. Who is there? Now let us say it already settled the matter, such and such person. Somebody has to take final decision, So that head of the family. Now even that head has to think the welfare, well-being of all members. Every individual member, 2, 3 children are there. That child, I want. Whether the other gets or not, I won't get. But the father or whoever is that, they have to think of everybody. So that's called Mahapucha Pradesham. Even a small scale. So now I am called the head of the global head of Children Mission. So when I think now, I must think of the total mission or not only of just one wing of the mission or one center only of the mission or only one particular project, a pet project. So that and the other starving, then that will not be right thinking then. So what is right thinking? Right thinking is that which rises from the identification with the totality. And from there when you think how this is going to affect, then your thinking will be different. But when thinking rises only from one's ego, my ego and my, this is ego satisfaction, We say this kind of ego trip. And what we call selfish person, wasted interest. All these words are there very common. And what is corruption? This person is corrupt and all that when we say, what that misusing that power which is actually meant for benefiting all, but he is taking advantage for himself only. And that's called corruption. So now what is all that what we saw? We as human beings are gifted with the faculty of thinking. We have been using that faculty, but only for very, very, very limited kind of purpose. Only purpose of survival, comfort, enjoyment, pleasure, power, all that. Or the so-called achievements in very, very different fields and all that. So we have achieved very wonderful things is only because of intellect. And though somewhere we lost the direction. And we just going on and on and on. After all, what is the purpose of this whole thing? That's why sometimes we find World Peace Foundation. There is first is who will be the president. Peace is not there. Only pieces. So, but all effort is there or not? Yes. So our thinking, our achievements and all that have brought on one hand wonderful progress, development and whatnot. But what is the quality of our life? There is only a lopsided kind of development that is happening. So right thinking is, even there is total development, not only one-sided, and which is rooted in what kind of Shraddha, what is the Rutam, what is Satyam of your life. Your mind is peaceful or not, your own mind is so disturbed, and it is rooted in the total intellect or not. The practical implication is, when I rise above my own ego and selfishness, and then think, and then I look, then my thinking will be right. But as long as I remain only engrossed, only in my little ego, and little only selfishness, or more selfishness, then my thinking will not be correct thinking. It will be very biased, prejudiced, or confined or limited, partial, sometimes totally wrong, destructive kind of thinking will be there. You know, on one wall it was written, support peace or else I will kill you. But it is, if you very support peace, it is a very good thing. But or else I will kill you. What kind of all that which is there? And you will see that all problems are rising from where? So many families breaking down, so many. And then when the world war situation is there, we are asking, what happened to the world? What happened to you, your family only? What happened? Because that Shraddha, Tatam, Satyam, Yoga, Maha is not there. This anatomy of the intellect which is given in Upanishad is most wonderful. It requires more of elaboration. But now a very simple thinking, a simple thing means simple explanation. If the thinking is rooted in my ego and selfishness, it cannot be right thinking. There will be compromises, there will be many problems. Only when I rise above my little I mind, but what to do? We go and see this. Where is my iPhone? My eye goes on and on everywhere. It is I. It goes on and on everywhere. So we are caught up only in that. So thinking will not be clear and correct. I may say on for every person will say, no, according to me this is right, according to me there is no according. There is a definite meaning that is there. What is the thinking originating from where? Which point is that? That will determine. And the result is showing that. This is called our right thinking. Now we'll think about joyful living tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll think of that part. Now, let us again conclude this evening in the name of the Lord.
Guruve, Guruve, Guruve.